What's happening, dogs? Mr. Allen here with a little bit of follow-up from this awesome Harry Styles open top box problem. What if the company wanted a specific volume? Say that specific volume was 1,500 cubic inches for this open top box. Could we figure out the height and perhaps the other two dimensions for this box from what we have going on here? And our answer is yes. And right now, man, I'm going to bust out that TI. All right, so we already have our function here in y1. In y2, I'm going to put 1,500. That's it, just the number. It's going to create a horizontal line. So let's hit graph. And now I see this red line going through that blue curve. And I'm also going to adjust my window a little bit, right? Because I went a little too high on the first one. I'm going to take this bad boy down to 3,000 for my y max. I'm going to hit graph again. So what am I looking to figure out here on this graph? Well, what I want is my intersection of my cubic function and that horizontal y equals 1,500 line. So once again, I'm going to hit second calc. I'm going to arrow down to intersect, which is option 5. So you could have just hit the number 5. And then I'm going to choose the first curve, which is the blue one for me. Then the second curve, which is the red one. Now, what I need to do is, depending on which intersection I want, I need to arrow close to it. This is where the guess aspect actually comes into play. So I'm going to arrow over to the first one there, and I'm going to get 2.124. So this is one possible height, and I'm going to jot that down. Height equals 2.124. All right. So now I want to get the second height. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit second calc. I'm going to arrow down again to option 5, intersect. I'm going to hit enter on my first curve, which is the blue one. I'm going to hit enter on my second curve, and then I'm going to arrow over to that second intersection spot. Hit enter, and I'm going to get 8.111. So 8.111 is my other possible option for a height. There are two possible options here. So what about that third one? Because I see a third intersection. Well, that's outside our logical domain restrictions, right? That's beyond the 12 for h, which would have caused this dimension to become 0, and you don't want a volume of 0 for your box. 0 times anything, 0, right? So we're really just focused on those two. So if I have a height of 2.124, I can get my other two dimensions by plugging them in here. So let's do that. I'm going to clear out of my graph window, and I'm going to type in 24 minus 2 times 2.124. That will give me my length, and I'll do the same for 40 minus 2 times 2.124, and I'll get my other width. So I have a box that's 2.124 by 19.752 by 35.752. Same idea for the other one. Let's go ahead and plug it in right now. And I get 7.778 for my length and 23.778 for my other width. So now I have two separate boxes that could work with a volume of 1,500 cubic inches for Harry Styles' new, dope, awesome, open top box company. Whew! There's a lot going on here, right? Harry Styles got a lot to think about, but luckily, Algebra 2 is on it, right? We can get hired to work for the one and only Harry Styles and his open top box company that makes boxes with so much style. You couldn't put a lid on them. Deuces, dogs.